Hi guys, it's Lottie here from Mr B's Bookshop in Bath, and we're here to talk about 5 of the fantastic books we've got in our Mr B's Booksellers dozen for July. As always, there are 24 books that we're really excited about this month that we've put in our Booksellers dozen, so I'm just going to talk about 5 today, but you can find out about all of the other books that we have on the list just in the link below. The first book that I'm going to talk about today is Godspeed by Nicholas Butler. We are huge fans of loads of Nicholas's other books in the shop, and my colleague Tom and Laura both absolutely adored this one. So this book focuses on 3 men who will own a construction company, and at the very start of the book they land on this fantastic opportunity, the dream job, to construct a beautiful kind of dream Californian house for a very wealthy woman. The job quickly turns sour and starts to bring out the demons of these 3 men. It's one of those books that my colleague Laura described as brutal and moving and heartfelt. She has completely loved it. My colleague Laura loved it so much that she desperately wanted to talk to Nicholas about it, so we have an interview with him coming up with Laura chatting to him about the book. Next up is the novel A Touch of Mistletoe by Barbara Comyns. Barbara Comyns is one of those authors that we feel like we discovered last year, a load of us in the team, so myself, Amy, Emma, who else loves her? Kate. We have gone through her expansive back catalogue and fallen in love with each of her novels individually. This is a new release which has been published by Daunt Books, who are republishing a load of her work. This is a coming-of-age story of 2 sisters, Blanche and Victoria, who at the start of the novel decide that they want to get out of their oppressive mother's household. The book takes them on a huge journey from poverty-stricken bedsits through to the highs and lows of fate and love. It is a beautiful coming-of-age story that we can't wait to get our hands on from a voice that we absolutely adore. The next novel that we're going to talk about is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. This has already made its way onto my colleague Laura's favourites shelf. It is a high-concept fantasy sci-fi adventure. It takes the idea of the 5 boroughs in New York and distills that down into 5 separate characters, each of whom have to save the fate of New York City, which is a city that is slowly dying. The way they do this is by working together, which isn't necessarily always an easy thing, considering the fact that they're such different people. In the shop we have universally loved her book The 5th Season, so we've been so excited for this new one to come out. She is a 4-time Hugo Award-winning author, so we know that it's going to be absolutely exceptional. For a completely different change of pace, the non-fiction book that I'm going to talk about today is These Are Not Gentle People by Andrew Harding. Andrew Harding is the BBC Africa correspondent, and this book focuses on a 2016 case from South Africa. The case was surrounding the murder of 2 black men who were killed by 40 white Afrikaans farmers. The book takes you from the night in question through to the murder trial of the men. This piece of true crime has been compared to In Cold Blood and is tense but doesn't shy away from the gritty detail. For a slightly happier ending, the last book that I'm talking about is the book The Cartoons That Came to Life by Tom Ellen. This is a great, highly illustrated middle grade book that combines graphic novels and chapter book. It follows a kid called Finn who loves drawing comics. When he gets to school, he has a little bit of a problem with the school bully who decides to take and destroy all of his amazing pieces of art. When Finn wakes up the next day, 2 of his favourite comics have come to life and are there to help him to navigate the difficulties of school life. It is perfect for fans of Dogman and Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Tom Gates. As I said, these books and the other 19 fantastic books for this month can all be found in the link in the description below. We hope you love the selection we have for this month, and we will see you in the shop very soon. Bye.